This video was literally done 3 days ago. Didn't work. We go again. Sampdoria. What's happened to you, lads? The team that should be a Serie A side absolutely flopping in the second division. After relegation, the team really are struggling, but they've brought in a new manager in Andrea Pirlo. That's right, today we're going to be rebuilding the Italian, what should be giants, with a giant manager, of course. One of the world's best midfielders, I'd say. An absolute icon who doesn't look right just yet. There we go, that's a lot more like it. Oh, the tie, the suit. So smart. As today, we're going to be smart with objectives. They are, of course, to win the Serie A title, which is going to be difficult when in the second division. We've also got to win the Champions League, and a rogue one is a midfielder. Centrally, has to be our best player in the squad at all times, because Pirlo, of course, is manager. This is going to be some challenge in which we're going to go with a counter-attacking philosophy. Yeah, I think it's the best to try and get in the season #1, because when we do get promoted, we'll probably be the worst in the top division. We're going to be chasing teams up. As look at Pirlo with the kit. So smart, as the team as well. It looks difficult because we have got a 73 rated Vere, but then again our highest rated is Barini, and of course he's not a central midfielder, so if we can't get anyone over the rating of 77, he has to go. Oh, and this is the team we're going to go with. We've found a little bit of a hack around it because Stoljanovic has very decent stats and could probably play midfield. That increases the rating by 1 right there. Midfield is his best position overall as well. Good stuff. 6 million to spend as well after, of course, paying scouts, contracts, etc. And no one in the academy just yet. But one thing I have discovered is Emil Odero is on loan at Inter. 79 rated. We're not going to recall him, but that will be some money. Some money coming to the club next season. And just to make our midfield stronger, we have got signing #1 in. It didn't show it because it's only a loan, but Tomáš Basic, a loan does count, and he's a midfielder who's going to replace Ronaldo Vieira. But he's not the only player coming in. This guy technically is a midfielder, but I'm going to try playing him on the wing. We've got an Italian wonder kid here in Christian Volpato. We brought him from the league above Sassuolo. He's cost a bit of money. He's going to go on the right-hand side for now, but he could go on the left if we don't get rid of Barini in time. And because we've had a midfielder, an attacker, it's time for a defender. Welcome to the club, Marco Campuano, who is quite old, but should have some experience and try and get us out of this league. Our new #2 comes in just before we start off with Como. Says Fabregas's side, I think. And I'm hoping we have one more player coming. But it's counter-attack versus counter-attack in a league that we have to get out of straight away. We're going with Ronaldo Vieira as well. In defence, I just decided that last minute, as it's only a draw to start us off with. Patrick Crotone scoring for them. I mean, when they have them, they do have a bit of an advantage. But we have got another player in. Another lone boy. But this is even better than the wonder kid we just bought. Welcome Simeone Profundi. What a player from Udinese. We've only got 12 months of this man. He adds to a large list of loan players that we do have stacking up now. But we're going to play this man on the left-hand side. So we've got a lot of loanees up front. But can they do a job in getting Sampdoria out of this division? Hang on, though. Hang on. We've got a dilemma, though, because, of course, Basic isn't high-rated like Barini, who's been on the transfer list. And that means, with our loan boys coming in, we have to release, for a bit of money that we could use, Fabio Barini, without a big player there. So how's it done? How has it done? I don't know why. Oh, they've recalled Profundi. Lamina's stepped into the team. I'd rather not have him. Then again, the rest of the squad's decent. And we're through in the cup. Round 3 of the Coppa Italia. Oh, and we sit top of the tree in the Serie B. Oh, and I don't even know it. Palermo are the closest, then Parma, then Venezia with their snazzy looking kits. But Pirlo knows how to get the job done in the second division. We've still got 4 million, to be fair. I know we did sell some players. Ooh! And let me show you something. We've got Stankovic on loan. We've got Raviglia. But we've got Di Angelo. This guy came through the academy and he looks absolutely brilliant. To be fair, he's not far off being starter. maybe next year if he gets some training in. Rest of the squad, big enough as well. We've got Estanis, who's actually better rated than Lamina. Feeling confident for the rest of the season with Basic sitting highest rated. And do I pile all the money in? Do I shoot for it? Screw it, you know. Simeone, welcome back. Don't go leaving us quick this time. He's permanent for 3.4 million, wiping out our budget, but also getting us a winger. And if our midfield does go wrong, he can drop back there and hopefully grow to be the highest rated. Profundi must have had an impact because we've got a bottle job on our hands and a playoff competition. I have changed the formation around as well and messed with the team a little bit to try and win this, because we really need this promotion straight away. And the first leg is played at Town Park, which is weird, but it is Como who we kicked the season off with. I'd like to think we have improved since that first game, of course, of the season that we played them, but no. Still a draw. Still another leg to go with our Basic in the midfield. Can he rock it? Yes, he does. I mean, Volpato, Kasami and Lagumina with the goals. And we've got the final coming up. Of course, two-legged, which is Spezia, who did come down with us. This is going to be interesting. A team that want to play tiki-taka with a suspended defender ourselves, but we do get a draw at home. It is all about the second leg. And as team is always tired. I don't understand it. Does that mean we're through? Do away goals count? Yes, it does! Looking at that screen right there means we have won the Serie B playoffs. And Sampdoria, with Pirlo in charge, make the instant return to Serie A. Absolutely love it. Best player, though, was only on loan. So we need a new midfielder next season to replace Thomas Basic. And we're definitely selling Aldero, I'll tell you that for free. 20 goals from Valerio Verre. 20 goals from a midfielder at 30-year-old. Wow. So season number 2 in the big time. That's the team that we have. Ordero back in goal. He cannot stick though, because we need another midfielder. Verre is the highest rated alongside Ronaldo Vieira, who can play midfield, but I'd like a higher rated. We're expected to finish mid-table as well in our first season back. Middle of the table. Unreal, that board. And 12 million in the bank, plus the sale of Ordero should actually make us some money. Saying that about us money though, our first signing is actually a free agent. They say buy your loans. That's selling a player actually. But if you can get the player you had on loan for free the season after, we're going to do that. Filip Stankovic, welcome back after his release from Inter. And the second thing that happens, of course, to play Stankovic, we get rid of Ordero, going back to Inter for 25.4 million. And I think you know who the first player is coming in. It is a re-signing. I said, buy your loans. Go and buy those loan players that were at the club before. Thomas Basic, welcome back. He instantly goes in alongside Verre and makes our midfield that strong point again. And another player comes in through the doors, of course. We are not done with our business. Nowhere near. Enrico Bellini, 17-year-old. Wonder kid at centre-back. But because we sold Ordero to Inter Milan, I think they kind of owe us a couple of signings. Of course, we're not done with them. We're going to go to transfer news and we're going to get another one of our loan players signed. Sebastian Esposito. But he's also coming in with a friend. Zeno van Hoesten is going to be a defender that I've pronounced wrong. There may be an issue coming from that signing though. Esposito being 75 rated, very close to Basic's. If the season begins and they're on the same rating, Esposito's either got to go or sit the season out. 9 million still left as well, so we do have some money to potentially bring in more. We'll still try and get that 9 mil spent, but first game, Sampdoria, so an actual test. Jose Mourinho's men. I'm actually going to love playing these with the team that we have right there. We're trying Bellini as that right wing back. And we have beaten Roma. De Luca and Esposito. Now, Esposito needs to score goals this season to keep us in the division. Do we even need this next man in? Honestly, I'm doubting that we do. But we being a central midfielder, Sander Berge is in the pro club's default kit. He's cost Matteo Bricchi plus 9 million, but hey, he's a midfielder. And a midfielder's what we need. Another high rating, highest rating in the squad with Basic. And that should add to hopefully survival. Oh, and there's some unhappy faces on the bench and De Pauli in the team, but Thank the Lord we brought in Berge and Basic, because now Esposito is still under their shadow. The best fact about the whole squad is, though, Barini, before we got rid of him, would still be the highest rated in this. We've only got 1 million left for this window, so I think it's going to be a non-spender. It says our squad is unhappy, though. There's more unhappy faces than I expected. And we are just above the relegation zone. We've got to try and survive this season. Lecce, Palermo, Parma, send them down. We were supposed to get mid-table. But you know me, I've said all along, I just take surviving. Mate, and we just got a huge gap between us and the relegation zone. Look at that, 29 points. We finished on 50. 21 points safe. First time looking at the Coppa Italia as well. We didn't win it, of course. Napoli ran away with that. But we lost to them in the quarters, reaching a quarter-final. That's not bad. That's not bad. As you can see, running away with the rating is Sander Berge. It's Volpato who's closest, but we could cheat the system and make him a midfielder. But overall, I'm very happy with this squad and its growth. We need probably fullbacks. Well, definitely fullbacks. We've only got 20 million to spend as well, which to be fair is a decent budget, but we don't have an Odero to sign. And I almost just spoiled my first signing. So in Pirlo's challenge, to try and reach that European competition, we need a player who's won in Europe on the big stage. Welcome to the club, Mario Götze. Of course, he scored in World Cup finals. He's done it at the big clubs in Germany. Now it's for his time, of course, over in Italy. He's going to play further forward in this formation and, of course, be the highest rated, undoubtedly. So, fullback requirements, we're getting them through the door. First stop, Austria. To go and pick up Salzburg's Alexa Terzic, the left back. We do have Bellini at right back, but he's not really coping very well. So, I think we do go and sign another one, as this next man's going to have to learn to play out of position. You can see who that is. We brought another Italian in, Emerson from West Ham. A thin squad this season, but a good squad as well, because of course the board are wanting us to get into Europe. Is Esposito, Volpato and Profundi strong enough to actually score goals, though, at the highest level? We'll have to wait and see. We begin our challenge with Cagliari, who is a team we've got to be beaten if we want to be up there. Still playing counter-attacking football, but we don't manage to get it to work first game. Oh, that's annoying, but at least Götze has scored off the mark for our new main man. A panic signing 100%, but in comes a man it won't show us. The free signing of Ciro Immobile, being an experienced striker around this level, will hopefully just put us at ease a little bit more in terms of goal scoring. Him, Esposito, we've got the firepower now to hopefully be challenging up there. And I do not regret Ciro Immobile one little bit. Sampdoria are sat in a title charge, in fact, not just fourth. You can see there's 4 points between us and Milan. Inter are second, Juve a third. But I think we've already beaten Juve twice. Sensational, really, isn't it? As Immobile is on his way down. Still, I'm going to trust him for now. Stankovic the same, because Angelo is just behind him. Volpato, 81 rated, I know is the same as Götze, but we can literally just do that. Swap them over. But I don't want to do that just right now. 12 million's a good sum of money to have. But if we're going to challenge, I'm just thinking trust the boys that are already doing it at the moment. No point in splashing cash when we don't need to and we could save up our money. Save each little individual penny and the pounds or euros will come rolling in the future. That is why we save money! That is why we save money. Oh my days, we have got into there. The title charge was over, but to be fair, it's too early for that. It is only the end of season number 3 after all. And we're already in Champions League or potentially Europa League football. I don't know which it will be in fourth. Italy's confusing. It's in the green. I'll take it. One thing I don't want to take anymore, though, is Napoli in the Coppa Italia. They just know how to beat us. And rating-wise, it does look like Götze's on the way down, but Volpato on the way up, so he's going to have to step into midfield now he's clear. That means we need probably another right-hand side of midfielder. and play Goetze further back, Basic's career may be in tatters. And it is Champions League football season number 3 with Sampdoria. They only want us to reach the group stage. I'm guessing there's qualifying to be done. They want us there again next year. And a quarterfinal. Okay. Alrighty. I think that was a one-off. Even putting wages down. Impossible. Impossible. The board have given us, oh, to be fair, 62 million's very, very nice. It would probably get us another right-hand-sided player and a midfielder. Goetze only stuck around for 1 season. Basic, you're maybe safe. So first signing through the door, we actually got rid of our goalkeeper Stankovic in order to bring in Alte Bandier for literally like 3 million more. And our keeper is also joined by an attacker in Giorgio Icone. I thought it was Jonathan Icone. But hey-ho, we've got him anyway. A big player and a big price tag from Fiorentina. It actually is a very good team, in fact, but we've just got rid of Bellini just before we play Lazio as well. But I do have plans for another centre-back. I just hope we can get on our Champions League high horse again. Don't lose the first game. Come on, lads. A beautiful win, which deserves a beautiful new centre-half. Albert Holst. He's come from Tottenham, where he wasn't actually playing with Romero and Vicky van der Veen, but he's 81 rated at 20-year-old, which is perfect for us. Yeah, a good start to the season indeed, with us sitting in 4th so far, but will our man... I was going to say, will our man get us out of the group stage? Which we went straight into as well, no qualification. But Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, it is possible, we've seen it done before, but I have absolutely zero faith. Oh, and he's made a difference. But, oh, look at Volpato. He is the renaissance, or the new Pirlo, we should say. Vere, who's been here from the start, though, goes straight back into the team over Basic. He has had some growth. The only player not growing right now is Esposito, the striker. If we do have the money, which I guess we probably won't, we could buy one. As we're 5th in the league at the moment. Europa League, that we now learn, because of course Champions League is 4th spot. Speaking of, we aren't in the next round, but I am not butthurt over that one. We finished 3rd, so we will be in the Europa League preliminary round for next, well, not next season, but next knockout round. And we have 6 million in the bank. If we are to get a new striker, we'll probably have to sell the current one and do that quick. And Volpato is still going in this team. Same with Esposito. We didn't get him replaced for Chelsea in the semi-finals of this competition. We really need some luck to beat the, of course, big European team from England. Oh! Vere and Emerson, an ex-player. Yeah, we're 8th in the league. This competition really matters to us. We even lost in the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia, so there's no trophy to be won there. We need to win this game desperately. Or not even win it, to be fair. Just get through. There we go. A final of the Europa League. One big obstacle to move. And it's RB Leipzig at Anfield. I mean, come on, if Rangers can beat them, so can we. I'm just getting my fingers and toes crossed and... Volpato. Volpato has secured Champions League football in 2 of the first 4 seasons for Sampdoria. Pirlo. Pirlo, man, you are the GOAT! Oh, well, though. We've got a smaller budget for our next season in the Champs League. I'm guessing the expectations are going to still stay the same. Yeah, European competition's actually a bit easier. It's a bit easy. Well, it should be easier. Quarterfinal in the Champions League itself, though, definitely isn't. So spending all our money at once, we're bringing a striker in. Valentin Castellanos, that's a player outside of Europe signed, which the board wanted. But we need more signings. We don't have the money. I think you may know where that means or leads us to. So yes, there's Volpato. He's gone for almost 200 million to Juventus. He does inject a lot of cash in and leaves us with the dilemma because, of course, he was the highest rated midfielder. We need to go out and sign another one. So in comes signing number 1. We're signing him from the rivals we just beat in the final. Leipzig's Davide Fratesi. But he's not the only one, of course. Alessandro Buongiorno. Butchered that one, didn't I? A left-footed Italian centre-back and an Italian man in the middle, just like Pirlo was. But we're not just done there. We just lost in the Super Cup to Paris, but I don't count that as a trophy. We've gone ahead and signed from Brighton, Gedson Fernandes, who's actually hit his potential a bit. There he is. Midfield is so strong. We always want it to be our strongest position. If we can get a fullback, I will take it, but there's no pressure on doing that. And actually, I think I might have got one. But first, Empoli. Objectives lowered, but after the sale of Volpato in the midfield, I actually feel a lot more comfortable about how we'll do this season, as the first game is a 1-0 win. Start as you mean to go on. But before we start to go on, we have signed the biggest clutch player of them all, trying to clutch this season up, Gonzalo Montiel. Not Champions League experienced as of such, but definitely experienced in big games. And speaking of Champions League, it is Bayern Munich. Us, Sporting and Young Boys. I mean, that's more like it than last time. We should stand a chance, and we should get through past the knockouts. Oh, the league. Oh, we've got a game in hand over Milan, I've just realised. Wowza, Rooney. I mean, looking at the team, though, we've got a problem. A problem staring us in the face. Fratesi, Profundi and Buongiorno are the same rating. Also, another problem. That we actually fell behind in the Champions League. Europa League again. Manchester United in the preliminary round. Don't worry about that, lads. We'll get it won. I'm going to kind of break the rules right here, and I am going to allow it just for now because we can't sell any of the players after just signing them. We're going to, however, put the 285s outside of the midfield on the longest progression plan. So in these circumstances, Fratesi should get upgraded in 27 weeks and the others in like hundreds weeks. So job done, hopefully. And I told you we would beat Man United, didn't I? Called it. We've got SPSB, if I can even say that, USB I'll call them, in the semis. Pretty sure I saw a cup final there as well, which we are in. We have Inter, beat Roma on aggregate, but in the league, which we were top of, we're still top of with only a couple of games to go. Three games to go. Wow, the team is doing decent, but FCSB must be doing decent. You can see our trick has worked. Fratesi is back to the highest rated. Absolutely love how we've played that, but we've lost 2-0. We've lost 2-0 to your FC USB. That's a glorious result, isn't it? Oh, but the second leg! Oh my days, I wasn't expecting that. Profundi, Castellanos and Gedson. We've won! We've gone through away from home. What a game. Of course, we've got a final before we've got a final. Before we've got the final of the league. I'll put Italia first. This should get some money in the bank for next season. Dumfries scores, gets sent off, and cannot lift the trophy that his team's just won. That is a shame. But still, we've got another final. Can we win this? Oh, on penalties! Europa League number 2. Even though Berege made it very nervy. João Neves, thank you for that. That's not the only thing we've won, though. We had the chance for the treble, but the double will do us nicely. Serie A title winners. Andrea Pirlo doesn't just do it at club level. Oh, no. He does it at management level, and that leaves just the Champions League to win, which we're in again next year. Right, another Super Cup, which we don't care about. BVB won the Champions League. We're injected with 106 million as well. Aboard one to Champions League place again. Only a quarter-final, but reached a semi-final of the Champs League. I think with a left-back and maybe another midfielder, strengthen that, maybe sell Fratesi from that, maybe strengthen somewhere else. Maybe, just maybe, we could try and better that. So if we're going to give it a good go, simulations, of course, are what we're doing, so we have to strengthen the positions that are weakest. The first one is goalkeeper. There's left-back as well, but Kepa's cheap, 83 rated, from Leicester City. And then Tyrell Malacia. There's the left back. We've just strengthened both positions for basically half of his budget. I'm very happy with that. We've saved us money kind of well, and we've strengthened our team. But then after the sale of Terzic and Bayindir, the two that of course have been replaced, we will get us budget straight back up again. And although we've got Fratesi, you know that we've got to strengthen the midfield more than anything. So Pirlo has brought in another player he probably compares to himself. Please welcome to the club for 73 million, Martin Batruina. He's small, but he's very good. Good stamina, a dribbler, and can partner up with Fratesi. The rest of our budget piled in, and scrap that, it's a triple threat. Bennacer drops out for the first time, but I am loving that middle three. Very good team. Actually, very good, I would say. And for once, actually, guys, we have won the Super Cup, so that means we've beaten the champions of the Champions League. Is that a sign of things to come? Only the money from it came in straight away. Anyway, we're on to Salernitana. Probably got that team name wrong, but can we make it a double Serie A title winning campaign, or over 2 campaigns? We won the game, but it doesn't matter if we really do or not, because it's the Champions League that matters for Pirlo now, and Pirlo's got Porto, Berlin, and Praha. Real Madrid. Real Madrid. What a difficult game for ourselves. There's a couple of teams in there you don't expect to get through. We actually only finished second. Porto rocking the group. Union just us squeezing past them. Rating-wise, how we doing, lads? I mean, we've got a midfielder who's the highest, but Perfundi's putting up a fight. Very happy with the squad. Just not how it's doing. We need to check the league. We've got the Super Cup. Okay. In the league, we're 5th, so to be fair, that's all right. But can we add a Super Cup to our trophy cabinet, of course? We've got Juventus who are on top now, but Castellanos knocks them off. Another trophy into the cabinet. As we need to get to that Real Madrid game, we can't make any signings. We're stuck with that squad, and we're hoping it works for the Champions League. Come on, we're at home for the first leg. Stadion Europa. Still, I think counter-attacking's the best formation to play what doesn't look the best Real Madrid team. I think that was quite weak for them, and it's proven so here. Montiel, the ex-player from La Liga. And we have some issues as we go to the Bernabeu. Perfundi's now in midfield. He's hit the highest rated, unfortunately, so Esposito is tried out as a winger. I do not feel confident about that, but he does score in extra time. Him and Icone. Barrow with a brace. Castellanos with the first one, but it is Sampdoria beating the Madridsters. The next game, though, it doesn't get any easier, but we've already beaten Juventus already. We do have experience against our fellow countrymen. Perfunde still that midfielder in the team, and a draw away from home. Back at home. Still, we're at home and with a counter-attacking team. We never actually opted to change the formation or the tactics, and we are through to a semi-final. Oh, but I tell you what, don't get any easier, does it? Going away now to the Allianz, and that squad's a lot better than ours. I know a lot of Brentford fans aren't a fan of Flecken in goal, though. And he's let 2 in. Castellanos, but we're without Icone. Under pressure without our right winger, or any wingers, in fact. Pirlo's got to be good in the press. And Jedson's going to have to play on the wing as we battle to really do something away from home in Germany. Lawrence, you've made a mistake. Rahman, Fratesi, Castellanos, Sampdoria have made that final. And one thing I'm not going to like about this Champions League final is, of course, Sander Berge and Fernandes' treatment. Falling to the bench, but our midfield has to be the strongest position due to the coaching. Icone is back, but if we don't win the Champions League this season, we're going to have to complete a comeback as we're in the Europa League next year. And oh my days, what a chance this is. Marseille beat Manchester City 3-2. We face the French side in the final. Marseille and Sampdoria in the Champions League final. I cannot comprehend. But I do know one thing. It's a chance we can't give up on, and we have to go out as champions. This will be some game that we've got to win. No graphics on the build-up as well to it. This Champions League knows that the 2 teams in the final probably aren't interested in the global audience. I mean, I'd definitely tune into 2 teams that have battled through the leagues to get into the position of the Champions League places, and now we're there. Castellanos, it still may fall to him, and it will be some battle as well. Might not be the most exciting, but it will be 2 teams giving it its all in the middle of the park fight, with our midfield being the best position. We need to get a cross in, corner ball. Nothing from that though, and now they come at us. Retegui, who's just changed his nationality to Italian against the Italian side. It's given us a penalty, and a red card comes out for Albert Halls. He's took his man out from behind when he went for the shot. Noah Okafor We're going to be really struggling now. A chance for them to take the lead. Can Kepa, though, cause some good stuff to happen for us. What a save! 10 men, though. 10 men. We're trying to counter-attack a little bit here, and Ikone has the run around him into Montiel. Montiel likes to attack a little bit. He tried to sneak it in weirdly there. I want to see it out at the moment with just one at the back because apart from that corner, we've done all right. But now we've hit half-time. I think we have to change it back. Get maybe Sander Berge in the defence and take off Esposito. Scrap that, though. Ronaldo Vieira's been here from the start. He will get his chance. But Fundy, he's going to try and slip to the left-hand side a little bit as well. I've spread the midfield out. As can we try and get a goal straight away. Lighten this half up. And a corner to get us going again in this second half. It went quiet for a bit, but we're still dominant, even with 10 men as Castellanos comes closest. Fratesi, though, come on. That's a brilliant ball through, you know. Batruina! Oh, it's off the post this time. Not long to go now as well. Ikone, Montiel round the corner. If you could slip that in. That's a good ball. Batruina, Castellanos on the move. I'm stunned. We've wasted so many chances. Last couple of minutes of the game, though. Jonathan, or Jorko Ikone, it seems, running down this line. Cutting inside. Can he shoot him? I give up with this game. The MWS channel and added time in the Champions League final. They just do go hand in hand, don't they? Gotta make sure that we win it here, though. Batruina gets a ball through to Castellanos. Please no shooting like... What is that? You can tell we've only got one player who's actually got decent shooting. The only problem is he's as right winger. Castellanos usually plays attacking midfield. Maybe... What is this? As we look for a move maybe here. Castellanos. Buffon have tried to move even more to the left-hand side. Basically a left midfielder. What a sloppy pass. And that is it over. Penalty shootouts once more. Oh, I hate this. I hate this stage. Guendouzi! We've already saved one in the game. Kepa's done it again. Now it's on to Montiel, who scored the biggest penalty in Argentine recent history. He does not make any mistakes. Leading on to Noah Okafor. Same way. Oh, higher up. And you know what? I'm going to copy him. I'm going to go higher up. That is a lot of power. And Castellanos has been very bad today in front of goal. Retegui scores. Advantage was to Marseille. Fratesi's just actually slotted his in very nicely. Now onto Jefferson. Wrong way. Batruina, though, he should make no mistake in burying it into the top right-hand corner. Adding to sudden death, essentially, here. Willis, first up. Kepa, man. And it's Jorko Ikone. None of our penalty takers are really any good at the moment. He does bury it, does the Frenchman against the French club, leading on to Ryan Gravenberch. This essentially could go on forever. We've just had a couple of penalties missed just going in. Ronaldo Vieira scores, and this will make it, I think it's so many in a row scored. Jimenez, saved by Kepa, though. I've literally skipped so many penalties. It's on to our centre-half. Look how quickly the circle's going. Catch that at the right time. It's going to be down the left-hand side where we usually go. It's buried by the Italian captain of the team. Kepa and the defender have won Sampdoria the title. Not only, though, is he going to score the winning penalty, of course, the defender is going to get to lift it. What an occasion for that man right there. He signed from Lens over in their division, but does it against them, of course. As always, comment your team down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and your team might be next.